Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Martina and together with me today you see this beautiful big journal. A lace all over one, and this is what I try to do, and as usual I couldn't stop. So what I did is, you see, I have added layers upon layers of lace. I even added some pearls over here, and you can flip it up and you see the other layers of lace. You see some beads, some applique which I made with a hand crochet flower, some other beads over here, a handmade silk rose, laces, doily, laces on the spine and also on the back side. So it's really all over lace. But this is not all it is. She is. Well, first of all, I give you the name. The name is Lady Lace. I think it's the perfect match for this one. And it's a big one. The dimensions of this beauty are in centimeters 24, 15, and it has an 8 centimeter spine. And now the inch, it's 9.5 times 6, and the spine measures 3.25. So it's quite a chunky monkey, big fat lady, but I hope you will enjoy what you are going to see. Before we go into the interior, I would like to make a shout out to my crafty friend Tracy, who just recently surprised me with a wonderful happy mail, and I have used some of the things she sent me already in this journal. So Tracy, if you look, you might remember and you might realize the things which I have used out of the wonderful package which you sent me. But now let's go inside. You see, I have made some ruffles over here. This one is from the border of a vintage sari, and I have used the same material also to close the journal. And it's this really pretty pink, and it's, of course, it's fraying because it's sari silk, it's vintage. So I think it really matches, and it also breaks a little bit this light color. So I wanted to have it not only in these muted tones, I also wanted to have some vibrance in it. So let's go inside. And when you look to the inside, you also realize that I have covered the inside of the spine also with this really pretty silk vintage sari border. But on the left hand side I have made some composition, some construction by adding an envelope which I have covered in, guess what, lace all over. And you see here the different elements, and you see the different colors as well. And on the back side, and this is one of the first items from Tracy's happy mail which I have used a really nice vintage I don't know, table set or whatever. So it's so pretty, it's so fine. And inside, of course, I have put in some ephemera. So this is also from Tracy. I've backed it with some packaging paper and another postcard. So you can put it back here. And then I have another envelope which I have further decorated with a butterfly which I made. Well, it's difficult to be in frame because it's so big. With the butterfly I made, and you see this light purple perfectly matches the purple over here. And you can open this one as well, and inside there is another butterfly. Here. When you turn it, you see the nice background, and you also see that this is a lace. Guess what? A lace pocket. Also decorated with something from the happy mail from Tracy over here. And this is a journaling card which shows a Victorian lady. So let's put this back. The bow I have attached in order to make sure that it stays put. And now we go into the first of the 5 signatures. And you should also know that this one has a lot of pages. I have not counted each and every one, mainly only the bigger ones, and I stopped at 176. So it's more than that. And there are some further flip outs. So it's really something to explore. And again, you see, it's lacy. Okay, so here double layers of lace. You open this, you see this really pretty inside paper, which stems from Anton, as you might have guessed, because he has this wonderful vintage rose designs, which I love to use. And then what I did in this journal, I did it on several occasions. I have done some embossing using my hand-painted, hand-dyed paper. And basically I use this rose. So it's a rose motif, and it's really, really nice. Some vellum paper, some coffee stenciling, decorated with a satin ruffle in gold. On the back side there is a pocket and decorated with lace on top. And what you see here are two journaling cards, or two tags which I have created. And this one is gesso stamped, decorated with some lace and some threads. And this one is a fabric journaling fabric tag, which is also decorated from the back side, where I've stamped on old book paper. I have used different laces, which I also have used throughout this journal. Here I have added a butterfly, which I have pinned with a paper clip, a paper pin in purple, which was also a gift. And I love it. I love it. It looks so nice. And this butterfly stems from a napkin, which I have turned into rice paper. And in some of my previous videos, I have explained how to do that. This is old book paper, and this old book paper has also been embossed. This is the owner's card, or the ex libris card. Fancy stitching around. And here there is another really, really pretty design paper from Stamperia, which I love, these roses. And it's so nice in terms of the colors. It's in perfect harmony with the greens and with the pink. And also this one I love as well. This is such a beautiful image. And I have also added a journaling card as well into this transparent pocket. Stamping over here. Another thing from my happy mail is this folded doily. So the doily was not folded, but I did fold it and I turned it into a pocket, and inside there is a journaling card. And also on the back side, because I have also used the back side to turn it into a pocket, I have used and added another journaling card with some rose motifs. Again, some embossed paper showing some clouds. Vellum paper, hand-dyed paper, further decorated with lace and some washi tape. This is gesso stamped. No, it's not stamped, it's I used a modeling paste. It's not gesso, I used a modeling paste to create this pattern. And on the back side I have made a pocket using some nice design paper, and I have added a collaged tag which I did, or journaling card which I did. Also added some glitter and glimmer, as you can see. And of course there's also some lace and some coffee dyed paper. And as usual there are also some pages which are not decorated. So I think each and every page has something special, be it that it's coffee dyed, or be it that it's stamped, or be it that there is some little decoration. But some of them, although special, are plain, so it can be used for writing or further decorating. And here what I did here is, this is a copy from an old fashion magazine, and it shows some Victorian ladies on the beach, and I made a copy out of it. I aged it a bit, I stamped on the back side, and I have also turned it into pockets, so this one can also keep further memories, because I know that the lady who was asking me to make a journal for her has something very special in mind. She wants to keep some memories of an old friend, which she misses a lot. So, and this is also a pocket here, and a nice journaling card. And here I did another lace pocket on this really, really pretty meadow design paper. And what you see here is again a journaling card. And sometimes it happens, or very often it happens, that something out of my stash just jumps on me. And this time, this wonderful feather in this pretty green jumped on me, and I thought, oh wow, I have to add it, I have to attach it. But because I don't know if she will like it, I did it in a way that the holder where I have put it in perfectly matches the design. So if she doesn't like it, she just keeps it out, and so it can stay like that. I like it because I like this green, this really pretty green. So what else? Again, this vellum paper, this is the embossed paper. This is another pocket, and in this pocket a tiny journaling card which I did, and I added one of my hydrangea flowers, and I secured it with some Mod Podge so that it doesn't break. So, and this is the end of the first signature. As I said, there are 5 signatures in it. And again, what I did is I have wrapped some of the signatures. I have further wrapped, and this one I have for this one I have used a card which was also part of the gift pack I received, and I added some further decoration. Here some trim, and here some lace, here some other things. And on the back side I have decorated it with some wallpaper, and I have also added a nice trim to form a pocket, or a nice lace to form a pocket. And in this pocket there are 2 tiny or smaller journaling cards, and this one I have collaged, and I have added some lace, and then I also added some nail polish in order to give it this shimmer. So there was a lot of things to do, and I loved each and every step throughout this journey. It was really a lot of fun, and well, whenever you do such a big journal, there is so much room to decorate that it's really hard to stop. And then I used this really pretty lace on top of another pretty lace to decorate the second signature. The inside I have used some decoupaged music paper, where I have added this really pretty napkin. This is one of my self-created tags, as you can see. I have made a decoration on the hole with some vintage silk sari. Did some stenciling on the opposite side. Used some pretty fabric to form some ruches. Tracy, you know where it comes from. And on this page here, what I did is I have used some wallpaper which have further gold waxed and made a pocket out of it. Also, what I love to do from time to time is using these paper bags turned into a pocket, and this one I have coffee dyed and color dyed, and then I stamped on it, and inside there is a fairy which has been further decorated with some silk bow. And you should know there are also some fairies in this journal, because first of all I love this vintage fairy motifs. Second of all, I think fairies are such lovely creatures, and everyone loves fairies, I guess, and why not have many fairies around us? So another fancy stitched paper, some stamping on eco dyed paper, so you see the leaves. I don't do it that often because I don't know why, I really can't say, but this one I really like because you see this blue and green and the pattern of the leaves. Very special. And here I have a nice lace. On the opposite side, again some embossed paper which I did, and I have further gold waxed it in order to give it this nice shine. And this is just decoration, so it's not a pocket, just decoration. But on the opposite side there is a pocket. You can flip it. You see peacock, because some of you do know that a peacock typically is in each and every of my journals. And inside I have added this pretty butterfly. And on the back side there is another of my self-created tags. This time I have embossed it on black cardstock, and then I just added some acrylic paint on it. And I love this paper as well because it's very Victorian, I guess. Here I have used some pink lace, and in the center of the second signature, what you see here is another embossed music paper, and for this time I have used an angel motif. I don't know whether you can see it. So it's two angels who are have been put on top of the music paper, and I think it's always nice also to have angels, not only fairies. Another ruffle satin. This is a flip up, and the flip up I have further secured, or well, put in place, let's call it like this, with this bow. I would like to open the bow. Where is it? Like this. So you can flip it up. What you see then is also another fairy or another girl. It's up to the viewer to define, is it a fairy or is it just a girl who has decorated her hair with a butterfly. And then there is another pocket, and and in this pocket there are two journaling cards. And I close it, but I don't make the bow. Again, this is my hand-dyed paper, which I love so much. This is the eco-dyed paper. And here you see another dreamy fairy, very romantic in this light green. And I love also this design paper, which so well matches the pink of this ruffle here. And then you also have this pink there, and you have, of course, the green and the pink of the fairies. And the back side I have backed up with some embossed paper. So this is the back side of the paper bag, and also there I have put in something, and this is another pretty butterfly. And also here I have used some old music paper, which I have decoupaged with napkin and put on some glitter to turn it into a pocket. And in this pocket I have added 2 pieces of ephemera. And this stems from an old book, and it really shows a romantic scenery, I guess, with these musicians and the wine. So and I just see it now. There's also a little angel. So, and here this is the back side of the, call it wrap, and there is another decoration. So I made another card with adding on top the two ladies, the two Victorian ladies. So this brings us to number 3. And number 3 starts with this pretty fabric turned into a ruffle. I love this color, and I also love that it changes the color a little bit, so it's very nice. On the inside I have attached one of my beloved old collector flower cards on some burlap, and I have also added a fabric collage which I made to further decorate this pretty inside paper, which is some lace motif from Anton. So I have added over here so that it's really forms a nice entrance. And on the opposite side here you see the what I called it vellum paper, and someone wrote to me that it's rice paper, so I don't know, but it's a napkin which has been prepared by adding Mod Podge on both sides and let it dry, and then it turns out to be like this. It becomes transparent, and listen, when I open this, it makes this sound because it gets a little bit sticky, but it does not tear the paper, so it's nice. So nice gimmick. Again, some stenciled paper, some nice lace over here, another little pocket which I have formed from wallpaper, 2 journaling cards inside, old book paper, hand-dyed paper with some pink lace, and here there is another hand collaged tag which I did. It's a bigger one that time, and there's also some bead and some old music paper and some lace. It's a combination of different material, as I like to do. fairy on the opposite side, fairy turned into a pocket, and inside this pocket another of my self-created tags, and I turn it back. Here you see another embossed page, and I have also added some distress ink on it in order to make it stand out a little bit more. This is one of the embossed rose paper, and on the opposite side this is a butterfly turned into a pocket, and this is one of these cards which are, as I said, I mentioned it, about 80 years old and still in perfect shape. And here again some lace. On the opposite side I have made a stamp on old book paper. I have used a doily which I also received as a gift, and here there is some lace. There is another, oh, got stuck a little bit, another collaged tag, and also on the back side I added some stenciling, and it has this paper over here and some further decoration, and it sits in this pocket which has this purple lace, and which is nicely matching this color over here. Stenciling there. Center spot has been decorated with this cardstock, some lace, stenciling, coffee stenciling, a flip up. When you flip it up like this, then you see stenciling, and then you can flip it up like that, and there is enough room to write or enough room to hide or whatever you want to do. Another embossed page, another embossed page. Here I have added this, what I recently did, and I liked it so much because I think it looks really somehow precious, although it's really just very thin paper crumbled up. Used distress color and then gold waxed it. So I think it looks nice. And on the opposite side another side pocket with two smaller journaling cards, decorated with washi tape, color hand dyed here as well, some nice lace over there, stenciled, another small pocket and another collaged tag. And this is the view on this pretty lace paper. And this pretty lace paper is not only decorated with another trim, this trim is sitting in a pocket, and in this pocket there is this really pretty journaling card backed with packaging paper, and it has been further decorated with this really pretty lace. I love the red. So it was really a kind of an adventure to combine the different colors, to come from pink over red to green. So it was really, really nice to do that. Number 4. And number 4 also starts with a wrap, and this wrap is also embossed and further decorated. On the inside I have made a tuck spot, and in this tuck spot there sits a journaling a tag which I have created, and I have chosen this one because of the reds and because of the glimmer, because it's so nicely matching the inside decoration of this wrap. And now we come to the decoration of the 4th signature, and here I have used the same trim which I also have used on parts of the cover of this journal. And you see this really, really pretty motif of this lady, and I love, as I mentioned it, I will say it again, I guess, I love this combination of this red or pink and green, and very nice. And I have used some pink and green also to decoupage on old music paper which covers the inside of the decoration of the 4th signature. And on the opposite side I have used some leftover, I think this was the last piece which I have, from a Japanese paper. And look at this pink and look at this pink, it's so perfect. And then I found in my stash this really pretty trim in green which also nicely matches the green over here, so I had to attach it, and yeah, this is the perfect place. And when you turn it, then I have used this nice digital paper, and I have created a pocket, and inside this pocket there are 2 things, or one of the many, but 2 things which a lady wants to have or should have. Nice shoes and also some nice corselet. I don't know, it looks nice, I think, and it's green and it nicely matches the theme for Lady Lace. And Lady Lace goes on with another lace decorated page. Again, some embossed thing. This is from an old book from 1890, from a Dutch book, and there were some nice graphics in there, and this is some of the last pages which I have, and I have added it, and because the paper is very brittle, I have secured it with some washi tape, and I have gessoed the backside so that it can be used for writing. Here I have added another embossed page. I did some stenciling with rose motifs over here, added lace, and added also a piece of this rose lace so that you can easily flip it. On the back side, a side pocket, and inside the side pocket there is a journaling card, and there is a nice Victorian motif with some flowers, and I made some gold waxing around it in order to give it this shine and shimmer. And then what I also found in my stash is this fabric, and this fabric I thought in terms of the colors nicely matches over here, and you can flip it up. There is a belly band, and in this belly band I have attached a journaling card which I just have further decorated with some lace, and it's a postcard. It's from Stamperia, so it sits there nicely and waits for whatever will be written upon it. This is one of these smaller things, and I have decorated it nicely, and then I have added 2 Victorian motifs with these ladies. So I love this digital paper. It's very pretty and it's very versatile, and I just love the motifs. So I've used it in several occasions already, and probably I will go on doing that. Backside is also decorated, and here what you see here is coffee dyed paper, stamped, and then I have in this really pretty side pockets I have put in some journaling cards like this one, like this, again this Victorian motifs, and this one. And all of them, as I do usually, are sewn around, are backed with some paper, depending on what paper I had on hand, and sewn around. So, and this is just some nice decoration because of the pinks, because the pinks are perfect with this pink dyed paper. I have, because I used a paper pin in purple, which I received as a gift, and I have attached, or I've secured the backside with this piece of paper, and here there's a little circle, and in this circle there are just some more green elements. This is the gesso again from this old Dutch book, and you see another graphic over here, and then you see these are my flippy outs, and in these flippy outs I have another of these really pretty rose designs. And the green is the perfect green, although there are different artists. So this one here is from Shabby Debbie Duda, and this one is from Bontic Vintage Designs, but it's matches perfectly, and the ruffle is from my hand-dyed silk. Now we are at the end of the 4th signature, and you see again here I've also decoupaged on this old music paper. This is the backside of the wrap. This is the rose embossed motif, and we come to the last one, to number 5. And number 5 starts with some decoration, and here I've also glued on some more decoration like this, because it has this nice sequence. I've used this pretty lace paper. I have another paper bag which I have embossed, coffee dyed and embossed with some nice napkin. Inside there is a Victorian lady. On the back side I have glued on the image of another fairy. Another gold lace trim. And when you turn it like this, you see the bow and you see the clip, and you see that this is part of the collector items flower cards, which I have attached here and secured with this paper pin. It's quite heavy. And here there is another of these smaller pockets, and in this smaller pocket there sits another fairy, and also backed with some embossed paper. And here I have added some ruffle and some lace. And on this side, this is another Victorian motif. And here I've added some lace on the side pocket, added some washi tape on as decoration on the edge. Put it back. Another self-created tag with some sari silk as decoration on top. Coffee dyed paper with some nice motif. Coffee stenciled paper with some satin ruffle. Hand dyed paper with some stamping. Another pocket where I've glued on a doily and used it as a holder for those 2 journaling cards. Look at this, isn't this pretty? And this one is nice as well. And I've used one of my very rare laces over here. Yeah, I did a lot of decoupaging, and this is also decoupaged, and you see it has some nice flower motifs. Stamping on hand dyed paper. This is the stenciling. Coffee dyed paper, some ruffle over here with this cotton fabric with rose motifs. These are some more empty pages. This is also this one is empty because, as I said, it's quite full already, and it leaves room to add, gives enough room for the future owner to add whatever she wants. And here there's another, and this is the last lace pocket, and in this last lace pocket there is another opulent flower bouquet backed with packaging paper. And this is it. This is Lady Lace. And Lady Lace has a lot to explore, I guess. Wanna also point to my hand crochet elements, the different flowers over here, over there, and here. And I hope to see you soon, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye, Martina.